Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see a play called The Unnatural and Accidental Women, written by Mary Clements. Mary Clements is a Canadian Métis playwright, performer, director, producer, and screenwriter. She is a living author born in the year 1964. This play was inspired by real life story of murdered and disappeared indigenous women. Indigenous is nothing but the people who are native of Canada. Fine. This play is set against the backdrop of MMIW, that is Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. It is an organization for the people and the rights of indigenous people. This play is a non-linear narrative play, and it also has a multiple storytelling style. For example, not only the protagonist will be speaking or narrating the story, many people have been voicing out their problems, their experiences and life experience here. And this play is not a proper sequential play. The scenes will be shifting from past to present and present to past. Fine. This play is set in East Hastings Street area in Vancouver. Vancouver is in Canada, and this place, which I have told earlier, East Hastings Street area, it is informally called as Skid Row. Next, we are going to see the main characters of this play. We are having only four main characters, and there were some more characters, but they are very trivial. So we're going to see the four main characters. Rebecca, she is a native, a writer searching for the end of the story. That is, she is having a question: what happened to her mother? The second character is Aunt Shady. She is the mother of Rebecca, and she is originally called as Rita Louisa James. The third character is Gilbert Paul Jordan. She is the local, he is a local barber. He is notoriously known for his anti-social behavior. And fourth character is Ron. He is a cop, and he is also having a relationship with Rebecca, which will be revealed in Act 2. To sum up this story of the play in two or three lines, long ago, Aunt Shady, along with some other women, around 10 women, were killed by Gilbert Paul Jordan. He is a local barber. All the women were found dead with a blood alcohol reading far beyond safe human consumption. The cause of the death was unnatural and accidental, because as their death was not natural, because they didn't die of their own, they didn't commit suicide. Okay, they died unnaturally. That is because of the consumption of alcohol, and also there was no evidence of crime or murder or something else, so their deaths were reported as unnatural and accidental. Next, we are going to see the people, I mean, the victims of this indigenous discrimination, racial discrimination. There are 10 indigenous women were killed by Gilbert Paul Jordan. They are victim number one, that is Aunt Sherry. Her original name is Rita Louise James. And victim two is Rose Doran Holmes. Victim three, Valerie Nancy Holmes. Victim four, Mavis Gertrude Jones. Victim five, Marlon Weiss. Victim six, Patsy Rosemary Forrest. Victim seven, Penny Florence Weiss. Victim 8, Violet Lizzie Taylor. Victim 9, Brenda Amore. Victim 10, Verna Deborah Gregory. So these are the women killed by Gilbert Paul Jordan. Fine. So next we are going to get into the act. This play consists of two acts, Act 1 as well as Act 2. So moving on into the So, Rebecca, in order to find what happened to her mom, she visits so many places and so many persons to know about her whereabouts. To quote her father's line about her mother's missing, it is as follows: she left us, I didn't know anything was wrong. She, on this journey, found out that, along with her mom, 9 other indigenous women were killed by the local barber. But no one got suspicious over him and no legal actions were taken. All these murders happened, but nothing was done. It remained a question mark to Rebecca. Later, she got understood that as those women were indigenous, no one was ready to question and no one was ready to seek justice for their death. Even the government officials are not ready. So, Act 1 is actually the memory of Rebecca, which moves from past to present frequently. The past speaks about those 10 women, their deaths, the news in the area when she was 4 years old. The present speaks about her journey in search of her mother's missing. During this journey, she comes to know lot of shocking truths which includes the following quote. It is as follows: 20 bucks if you drink it right down. Down the hatch, baby. Right down, finish it right down. So these are the lines said by local barber. By saying this, he killed and he made all those 10 women to drink an excessive amount of alcohol which caused their unnatural death. So, moving on to the second act of the play, the setting is in Rebecca's apartment, which is located in Kitsilano. In this part, we come to know about the relationship of Ron with Rebecca. During their conversation, it is revealed that Rebecca is already married to Mr. Wright and their marriage is ended in divorce. With the help of Ron and her mom, along with other ghosts, that is the spirits, I mean the 10 victims act as spirits in this play and they are also the characters in this play. With the help of all these characters, all these spirits, and Ron and her mother, she identified the local barber and finally killed him. So the main part of this play is racism against the indigenous women, that is the native women. So as the writer is a Metis women, I mean the name of a race in Canada, she uh, expresses the difficulties faced by the indigenous women in real life in her place. Thank you.